Welcome to Turmeric and Tequila with your host, Kristen Olson. Questioning a better way, one gracefully disruptive conversation at a time.
Welcome to Turmeric and Tequila. I'm super excited to be here today, as always. And today we are international. We have a human boss that just landed in a whole new country, whole different country. She's got clinics in 2 different countries. She's doing the darn thing. Tâmara Castelo, welcome to Turmeric and Tequila. How are you?
I'm really good. Well, today I'm in a hotel, but I'm perfect. I'm really cool.
I love it. So I'm just going to give her quick bio, and then we're going to jump right in because, you know, I hail from health and wellness, and we've got all the questions are, you know, we're always trying to bring, you know, insightful, quicker paths to our young people on how to question a better way as far as your health and wellness. But Tâmara is a traditional Chinese medicine doctor and master oncology in integrative medicine. She has 4 books. She specializes in autoimmune diseases, endometriosis, women's health disorders, sleep disorders. She's doing all the things, but I am so curious on your path because you appear to me as a young human, and becoming a doctor is not
Well,
a quick
I'm
path.
40.
Okay. I'm 42,
yeah.
so I consider it young.
I'm young.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, good.
I have a 13-year-old.
Oh my
and an
gosh.
8-year-old. Yeah, so I'm not that young, but yeah, in a
Okay.
way I'm young. But I started to work really well. I graduated from traditional Chinese medicine school and university, of course, at 24. So
Okay.
yeah, it's been a lot of years now,
Yeah,
almost
all
16.
business.
Yeah, all business.
Time goes by. Well, I wouldn't have guessed you had a 13-year-old, a teenager at
Yeah,
home. But that's a lot of
a
4 books
teenage,
and
a
practice.
lot. Yeah, I have a lot of energy. I think I eat well and I sleep well. Okay, so I think that's good for
Right.
me.
Well, you have the inside intel. So I'm curious, let's jump right in. How did you go from like maybe traditional medicine into Chinese medicine? Like what drove you off the bat to really get into this totally different approach beyond what we're taught growing up?
Well, I think it was my health. I was not healthy for a long time. When I was a kid, I had asthma for a long time, a lot of diseases with concerning my belly, and I was always with problems with my gut. A lot of intolerances with food. It was terrible. Actually, in my family, it was a joke. They would say, when we were on vacation, they would say to me, when is the day that you're going to vomit? Tell us that we're planning. Yeah, it was terrible. I was always sick, always feeling nausea, and it was really stressful for me. And since I was like 10, my mother drove me to traditional Chinese medicine doctor clinic,
Okay.
and since then I've been doing traditional Chinese medicine. So for me, it's a normal and a natural path. And when I chose it because of the holistic approach. Because for me, they give me pills for a long time, and it doesn't do nothing actually for my health. It improves some symptoms, but in generally speaking, I will still feel sick.
Yeah.
And that's the main problem. So I changed my diet, I changed my habits, and I did a lot of phytotherapy and herbs because I was really unbalanced, and I actually developed when I was 19 an autoimmune disease with my thyroid, complicated a bit, and 1 year later I developed a bowel disease, complicated too, which is autoimmune too. And then I had to treat myself, so I just put my effort on it, and yeah, that's how I chose my path, just to pursuing my own problems and then helping others.
That's incredible.
I think that's a normal way.
Yeah. Well, I think we are exposed early on. Did your parents, were they familiar with Chinese medicine, or did they ever?
Oh, no.
They,
Never. It was desperation. It's helpful sometimes.
Yeah.
It's always, you're just giving your kids things, and you see your kid always sick, and my belly and my tummy hurts, and it's like she's not making a scene, it hurts.
Right.
It's just like years and years and years of discomfort, and at some point something's got to give, and you have to do something more, because it's not enough actually. And you're with a kid that it's always sick, and something is not going to be treated by a pill, you know.
Right.
And my mother was like, I'm going crazy with this. This is leading nowhere. And then a lot of breathing issues, and she was going crazy. And
Gosh,
then
I'm
my life
sure.
completely changed. Yeah. And then my life completely changed when I changed my diet. It was like amazing for me. And then everything started to change. And I was coping with my anxiety because I was really anxious, because I was always with something terrible. And then I was coping with my anxiety when my thyroid completely exploded, because it was been many years with problems. And then it was perfect, actually. The thyroid was perfect for me, because it was a disease that allowed me to pursue a lot of different things, and to study a lot, and to develop a lot of things that I work till today, and with a lot of good results. We are 31 at my clinic at this point, and I'm very happy and thankful for the disease, because it allowed me to do a lot of things, and it was perfect, actually.
Yeah. Well, I think and I hope anyone listening takes away a few things, even if you relate to these specific chronic illnesses or issues or not. I think the key takeaway is the approach. Something's not working, so you have to try another avenue. I know so many kids or parents or people themselves, we are just conditioned to go towards these traditional Western medicine, take a pill and, it'll go away. And it's often just treating the symptoms and creating something else. But we trust the medical authorities, so we don't really question anything else. And I really love that your family did that out of necessity, because that's what I think we have to do almost with everything in our life nowadays, because we're getting
For
sold so many
sure.
things. But it's just to question that better way, and then start to do your own research and advocate for yourself, because your parents listened to you. They knew you weren't okay. They knew you weren't just faking
And
it.
you're responsible for your health. That's really
Right.
important, because
Right.
no doctor is responsible for your health and your kids' health. You're responsible.
Right.
So this is the main thing. They give you an opinion, a good opinion or a bad opinion. That's not the point. But it's your choice. It's your choice to listen and to do it. It's not the choice of the doctor. You're the parent. You're the person who has the illness. No matter what, it's your responsibility. It's not the doctor's.
Absolutely. Well,
So
and I
this
love.
is really important.
Yeah, I love that you just said that. We're focusing a ton this year on Turmeric and Tequila about leadership, because we have to let go of the systems and blaming the systems, whether it's government or healthcare or whatever. We've got to take back that responsibility, that advocacy, and knowing that not only is it our responsibility, but nobody knows our bodies better than us. Like, you
Of
have to
course.
start taking that and taking it into consideration.
And they say, oh, well, the doctor doesn't listen to me. It's not the doctors. You have to find another doctor
Yeah.
who listens.
Right. Right.
That's, yeah, just find it. It's not just, oh, he doesn't listen and you just sit. No, keep going.
Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
the web, go to wherever you talk to somebody, go to the Instagram. So many information these days,
TikTok doctor.
so whatever,
Yeah.
just find it, just understand it, just analyze it for a bit. And one really important thing is to analyze your habits first.
Yes.
Before you go to the doctor.
Yes.
Just, I'm feeling this, what am I doing wrong? This is the first thing you need to answer to yourself. Am I sleeping enough? Am I getting enough exercise? Am I eating well? My bowels are moving or not moving? Am I okay with my mind or not? What is happening to me? And then I go to the doctor. But
Right.
first of all, you have to check yourself. You're not going like a baby with 40 or 50, like, oh, I'm not feeling okay. Okay, but do you sleep? Do you eat well? What's happening to you? This is really important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know what's wrong. Habits.
Right. Well, again, I think particularly in American culture, we are taught to go to the doctor, take a pill, and not take that responsibility. I mean, you just want this quick fix, this disconnected conversation of fix me, whatever, and move on. And we're so disconnected from ourselves and what we're doing on the daily that we're seeking this big solution. And oftentimes the answer is small. And I like that you say, there's a solution to everything. You just have to kind of look in. It says, you believe that there's a solution to every problem, but that a lack of direction paired with overstimulus often makes it difficult to access those solutions. So that's when you dig into your rituals and daily habits. Like you said, I advocate completely about what we're putting in our bodies, around food, sleep, the simple things. Tell us how like you really got into like those smaller rituals. Did that stem from your childhood illness and then kind of breaking
Yeah,
it down to like the small things?
for sure. And the anxiety. Yeah, I was struggling with anxiety because when you have a bowel issue for a long time, the
Yeah.
anxiety is building up because you're with your teammates, because I was playing whatever, volleyball and a lot of things, and I was with my teammates and I have diarrhea 4 times a day, and it's just
Yeah.
stressful, it's just like, and then anxiety is building up, and then small habits really changed my life. And then when COVID, because I started to write this book in 2020, and when COVID started in Europe, it was really terrible, as in the US and the States, of course. And the patients were terrible. They were with insomnia, anxiety, panic attacks, completely out of balance, completely out of the center. And then the rituals actually begin to be a part of the routine in the clinic. We will tell them, do this, like little things. Put your feet in the soak water with a little bit of salt. Listen to this music 3 times a day. Little things just to keep them steady and to keep them connected to the world, because they were so afraid.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. It was really stressful. And I started to bring up some rituals that I used to do when I was a child and when I was a teenager. And then I started to work on another rituals that people, my patients started to say, I did this and I feel okay. And I started to put it all together. And it went really well because as this day, we still work on all of the rituals and we still prescribe them as we prescribe herbs, actually,
I
to
love it.
a lot of disease. Yeah, because the disconnection is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Disconnection is the worst disease of all. It's terrible.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, and the thing is, the saying, like, how you do some things, how you do everything. So if you're just kind of taking a pill to mask this, it's kind of like, well, are you just taking a pill to lose weight or to fix a relationship? Are you drinking to mask problems? Like, usually that behavior kind of carries over to everything. When you started first working with clients, I don't know if the attitude in general is different in Europe, but were people receptive to this way of not so much taking a pill, but
No,
trying things? Like,
no,
how was
they
that
hate it.
conversation? Yeah.
No, they hate it. They hate it. They hate it. No, no,
How'd you
they
get them to
hate it.
buy
And I said
in?
to them, no, no, because they feel better. They're
Okay. So they
desperate.
try it.
No, they try it because they're desperate. Now,
Okay.
now I now it's okay because now a lot of people know my clinic and it's different.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, they hate me. Like
Yeah.
they will hate me because I said to them, "You have to go to bed at 9 p.m." And they will say to me, "No, I can't. I will not go." I said, "You have to. Otherwise, I can give you all the herbs that I have, and you will still be sick."
Yeah.
And they said, "I will not go. I will not go." And one day they were tired of being sick, and they said, "Okay, I will do what this crazy lady is telling me. They will feel better." And I said, "They will go like, I hate her."
Yeah.
Mm, it's like evidence is terrible because when you feel better, you cannot go back
Right. Right.
because
Right.
once you see it,
The
there's
light
no way.
comes
But
on.
I mean, I normally I'm really good at explaining to my patients what is wrong with them. I really explain to them this is wrong, and I love physiopathology and I love internal medicine, so I really explain to them everything that's going on, so they know. So I take the time to explain to them, like, this
Yeah.
is going on, like, this is going on. I have to do this for this. And so they don't like it, but they understand it. And when they understand it, they are in control and they understand what they're doing. And when it's like this, normally they will do it. They will hate it, but they will do it. And then they will feel better. And then they will be worse than me. Then
Yeah.
I will say to them, you can eat whatever you want. No, 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 I will never eat that again.
Yes.
It's really
Yes.
funny.
Yeah. Well, I think that the initial buy-in is so hard because there's that natural resistance, especially as we get older and we're unfamiliar with things. But what I love is the younger generations are seeing these things in these alternative paths earlier. So I think there's less questioning. Have
It's
you
beautiful.
noticed, yeah, that young people are buying in easier or they're seeking you out?
At this point, actually, at this point, we have 50%, 15%, one five, at my patients are below 10 years old.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Okay.
And we have a lot of babies.
Okay. And is it because their
So,
parents knew
yeah.
you or how do they find you? Like, how does this
What?
conversation even come up for them?
Yeah. So the babies, really important too, because they have food allergies, a lot of symptoms with
Yeah.
respiratory diseases. And we have a lot of babies, a lot of kids. So it's beautiful, actually.
And did their
It's
parents
amazing.
did the parents find you? Had they come from you before? Or had they worked with you before? How do they know to find you?
Normally, no, I don't do kids because I do oncology majorly, and I do oncology or autoimmune disease. But I have two of my traditional Chinese medicine doctors who are pediatricians who
Okay.
do babies. So normally they are from the clinic or not, or they will see it on somebody talks, and they
Word
will
of
come.
mouth.
That
Yeah.
we have, yeah, word of mouth. It's perfect, and with kids is really easy because they are really unpolluted, so it's
Yes.
super simple, and they
I
will
love unpolluted.
respond and react. Unpolluted, yeah.
Yeah.
They will respond and react so quickly, and the parents go. It's really cool because it's
Yeah.
quick and it's easy, and they are just fine, and it's easy peasy.
Yes. I
It's
love it.
really cool.
I think stuff like that, I hope it gives me like faith in our future internationally, the whole world, because if our kiddos can recept and be open to something like this, I think they can be open to all the things we have
Yeah.
resistance with as adults, culturally, socioeconomic status. I mean, whatever it is, all these things that we hard drive, I think they'll just accept the way it is and create their own reality. So I just
And they
think
go
that,
to Twina massage. They will go to Chinese massage,
okay.
and I do a lot of acupuncture with kids. Sometimes
I-
they call me, and because I don't hurt, so they don't feel pain. So it's really cool. And they like 5 years old. They are in this. They are lying down with some music and essential oil, and with
Oh,
acupuncture. It's beautiful. It's
it's well,
amazing to see.
it changes their trajectory of their mental health because they're learning these strategies
Completely.
at
Yeah,
five
and
years
they have
old.
Yeah, and they have places to lower the anxiety. I have a lot of patients,
Yes.
not me, my clinic, a lot of patients, like 8 years old, 9 years old, 7 years old, who are there weekly to lower the
Okay.
anxiety. And we do foot massage, and we relax them, and we do acupuncture, and we do herbs, and they just love it.
That's so
They close
awesome.
their eyes and they're enjoying it. It's amazing. It's
Well,
amazing.
not only do they feel better, they're learning these lifelong skills to
Yeah,
cope. But
yeah.
you're also disrupting big pharma. We're getting kids off Adderall. And I think there is a place for some
Yeah.
of these things.
They will
But
hate me.
yeah, I know. Well, that's okay. We're here for graceful disruption because that's what it needs to be. And it's not really even about the fight. It's about helping
A
people
space for
authentically get
everything.
happier. Yeah, and there's space for
Yeah,
everything.
but
Exactly.
yeah, for me,
Exactly.
yeah. They Because this cannot be the only way.
Right.
Chemical drugs can
Right.
be a way, and we can work with chemical drugs, and they can do the massage as well, and they can do the acupuncture as well, and we can do herbs as well. Not a problem. But maybe we can do a lower dose of
Yes.
Adderall. Maybe we
Yes.
can do 1/5 of the dose, and we can do herbs, and we can balance. So I think this is the way to the future.
I
Less
hope so.
chemical and more balanced.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think so.
and do your young people, but all your patients, do they really? Because I'm a longtime athlete, and I had tons of teammates that struggled with IBS or bowel issues. Not only because they had, they were sick, but like just anxiety of playing. Like it's really hard to compete at a high level. And we didn't have good answers back in the day of how to treat, I mean, really anything. But now when our kiddos are getting it so much earlier and they can bring this in, again, I think this goes to they'll graduate, they learned how to do this through sports. But now when buying a home, they can check through a couple loan officers or they can, find other ways of funding like you can just start to change everything in your approach to all things when you learn this
It's
personally by
easier.
yourself.
It's easier. And you can have, if you learn coping mechanisms, everybody feels the same things.
Right.
Everybody feels the same range of emotions. That's normal. That's human. The
Right.
difference is between the coping, the
Yes.
tools you have for the coping.
I know.
That's the thing that differentiates the people,
I wish
actually.
you need to be in our elementary schools teaching our kiddos seriously at a young age in the school curriculum
Yeah,
these
I know.
strategies.
I teach my kids, and the friends of my kids are always at my house, and they are all. I'm really strict, but they love me. But yeah, because it's important,
Yeah,
I think it's important to allow the kids to express emotions, even if we don't like to hear them.
absolutely.
It's important.
I think it's huge. You have, I mean, I do think everything on the home front, like the grassroots, what you're doing in real life is the big thing. But you have been you were featured on a couple shows. You were in Men's Health. Tell me about some of like this national exposure where you've had the platform to really share like your passion and your gospel and your why.
I think it's important to, I don't know, I think in Portugal it goes really well, and in Europe in general. So I think it's important to share because I think everybody in the world has the same problems.
Yeah.
No
I
matter
completely
what kind
agree.
of, I think everybody's the same. No matter where or who you are, it's the same. So I think, and I started to understand that um, everybody is the same. So I started to spread out a bit of the words, and it started to, yeah, everybody feels the same. So everybody feels connected to the things I say. So
Yeah.
it's cool. I think they
Well,
like it. So I
yeah.
think they like it, and they feel that the things I said, and I say, and I always put my audience to hear it, both in Portuguese and English and Spanish, whatever. I think everybody feels connected, and everybody feels the urge to change the habits and the urge to do something for the health in the holistic way and in the day-to-day basis, which is the opposite of the pill.
Yeah.
So I think it's the future, and I'm happy that it's going well.
I love that you're on the forefront and you're leading it, because I think 2020 for everyone in the world was a breakdown, and the breakthrough was this appreciation for the discontentment and disconnectedness that we felt. So then we had that greater appreciation when we could be around our family, our friends, our
Yeah,
community.
but a lot of people are still struggling.
For sure. For sure. But I do think
We see
that's
on the
when they started
clinic,
to question that better way, or question a different way of what else can I do?
question is perfect. It's the
Yeah.
start for everything.
Right.
It's the start for everything. I don't know what I'm doing perfect. You're in the perfect spot. Let's go. Let's begin.
Yes.
Now we
Yes.
begin.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, and
important.
do you think it's hard for people to get to even that space of saying, like, I don't know, because kind of seizing control as we get older and just charging ahead and doing more and kind of just like, going day to day and
Terrible.
staying disconnected? Do you think that first step is the hardest?
It's really the hardest because at 40 or 50, somebody went to my clinic and said, well, I don't know I don't like my job, I don't like
Yeah.
my home, I don't like my clothes, who is this shit, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
who is
Oh, you're
this
good.
person? Yeah, okay, who is this person, which is this persona, what the hell am I doing? This is
Yeah.
nothing to do with my soul, with my nothing to do with me. What am I doing? This
Right.
paying the house, 2 dogs, 5 kids, 3 kids. What is this? And this
Yeah.
is really difficult to
Yeah.
be able to have the courage to look and say, I don't like this. I don't like my job. I don't like nothing. I need to change everything.
Yeah.
And this is really difficult. This is, whew. And when you do this is the first thing. Maybe you like your job, maybe you like your spouse, maybe you like your kids, maybe you like everything, but you need to disrupt a bit just to be able to understand, engage, and be connected to yourself. But this disconnection is really important, just for you to put it all in question. Just, do I like this? Do I love it? Who am I? What am I
Yeah.
doing? This disconnect to connect is really, really important. It's like a computer. It's not working, you have to reset it.
Yes. Yeah.
The same.
Do you think every human goes through this phase at least one time in life?
I hope,
I hope so too. Yeah. Yeah.
because if not, something is definitely wrong.
Well, I think you're just numbed out. I think that's why you see alcoholism and, drug abuse. And we see mental health issues higher than ever and younger than ever, and a bunch significantly amongst like our D1 athletes. There's so much pressure. I mean, mental health, I think it's of course always been there. We're just talking about it more now. But I
Of
do
course.
think it's exponentially worse than it has been in the past.
It's worse. It's worse. A lot of
Okay.
pressure and social media and everything. It's like
Yes. Yeah.
a stress and a lot of isolation and
Yeah.
loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
People are alone.
Yeah.
That's a fact. They are alone.
Yeah.
They are not with themselves. That's the main thing, because they didn't learn to be with themselves, which is a main issue.
Mm-hmm.
They're always outside with a lot of noise from outside, with a lot of chaos. And when they are alone with themselves, it's like a desert and silence. And it is difficult for a lot
Yeah.
of people. So they
Yeah.
don't enjoy their company. So it's really
Uh,
difficult. So this is one thing that you have to teach your kids, to be with themselves.
Yeah.
This is really important.
Right.
A lot of people with 30 and 40, they don't master this. So this is a really important skill.
Yeah.
And then you have a lot of pressure because it's a lot of noise. a lot of noise from outside,
Yeah.
and
Well,
a lot of silence inside. So it's
it's
difficult.
uncomfortable.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if you never really had to sit still, I mean, thankfully, sports kind of made me when you're not doing something right and you're practicing every day, you're changing your food, you change everything the higher the level it gets because you just have to be more competitive. And more, I had to just sit still and sit with it. And thankfully, that was because of sports, not because of like my
This is
internal calling.
perfect.
Yeah, but it lined up. But I really do think people are getting that more and more now to be with yourself and have alone time. And as kiddos, you play by yourself doing blocks or whatever all the time. Like you learn that
You
innately as a
should.
young human.
You should play. Nowadays, after the COVID, the kids are not
Yeah.
really cool at playing by themselves because the house was full of people, and
Okay.
they are coping with playing alone, which is a
Interesting.
problem. Yeah.
Interesting.
So they
Do
are playing with their tablets.
Yeah. Well, again, and then you insert the
Mm.
screens early. Do you do any sort of like I know obviously you're a doctor, but like sort of like parent coaching or advising or
I
counseling?
don't, but I have two psychologists in my clinic who
Okay.
they are, of course, we are integrated. We do integrative medicine, so I have a lot of specialities when we work all together. So if you go
Okay.
to my clinic or if you have an online appointment, we will see you. Normally, you will go with me or we go with another doctor, and normally we are two or three with different appointments with you to have everybody is giving you a bit. So normally
Yeah.
they go to the one traditional Chinese medicine doctor and then another session with a psychology, and we do all together.
Oh,
So
that's
normally,
amazing.
yeah,
That's so
it's
amazing.
important.
I wish we had more of that because again, as an athlete, this drove so much of my journey in like human optimization because you got to get all the corners. And if one thing's out, mental health's out, physical health isn't going to work, and vice versa. But I had to get my, practitioners or doctors or whatever to work together. So the fact that you have that in one place and you guys are working together, because it
Yeah.
does take different people in different specialities to
Yes.
work
We are
together.
31.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing.
It takes a lot of people, and it takes a lot of, we have to talk to it's I'm the
Yeah.
director, so I have to talk to everybody, but they are all talking to each other all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We are
Well,
all talking Sunday, Saturday, every day. Ta, 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 ta.
yeah, it
This
makes so
patient,
much
this patient, this
sense.
patient, this patient.
Do
Yeah,
you
it's really cool. I love it.
for some people maybe that aren't as privy to maybe the health and wellness journey and like acupuncture and whatnot, or why having different specialists, they might just have like a primary care practitioner, just one doctor. Can you tell people maybe why that's so important? Like if your knees hurt, then it hurts your hip, like how all the things fit together?
Because you have to understand that the body, the human body, and the human mind work together. Every emotion that you have, it's biochemical. So you can test it on the blood and you will see it. The fear is biochemical. Is your amygdala, which provokes it. And your cortisol levels go up and your adrenaline is pumping up. So everything that you think, you feel, and it's on your bloodstream. It's not an idea, it's physical, it's biochemical. So everything is connected. And this is all so important. And everything that you think, feel, and the biomechanism, it's all pushed by food and sleep and habits. So if your knee hurts, stress will increase, inflammatory antibodies will increase, it will go to your bloodstream, it will go to your liver, it will go to everything is connected. Your body is not isolated.
Right.
Everything, every little thing that hits your body, it hits the whole.
Yeah.
It's important through your mouth, through your nose, through your mind, through your skin, everything from inside out and from outside in.
Boom.
If it
There you go.
touches one part of you, it touches all of you.
Yes. Amen. Write that down, everyone. I will say this.
Amen. I hope.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest challenge, honestly, have been like my parents and grandparents when I see the stress and the generation before me of like just do more and work longer hours, and I'm like, you got to just relax or meditate or some of these things
No,
that are
they
like
have to sleep. They
in
have to
sleep.
sleep. The sleep is terrible. They are
Yeah.
terrible sleeping.
Well,
People
and
are
just
terrible sleepers.
Oh, for sure. Well, it just hasn't been talked about, but getting the idea to connect that, your emotional issues are making you physically sick. It's been such a challenge for me, for a lot of people older than
Really?
me, to understand that.
Oh my God. So, well, normally I explain to my patients, when you feel the emotion of fear, what do you feel? Where do you feel it?
Stomach.
Yeah. What do you do with your body? You see your body reacts to the emotion.
Yeah.
So if you repeat this emotion, your body will repeat the emotion and it will get tired at least because it's repeating, but it's tired and completely disconnected and broken and tense and contractured, and it's terrible for you.
Right.
It's like
Right.
you're always on a shock. It's always, oh, this is violent for you. It's like you're in a shaking machine, and they normally understand.
Okay. I'll try that. I'll just tell them to
So
listen to this and then listen to you, because they might
yeah,
just. I
okay.
don't think family listens to family anyway, so it's better just to
Yeah,
go say they can read it
that's
in the
true.
newspaper.
That's true. I said to my mom thanks, and then she doesn't like. She just like, okay, I will
I'm
do it.
gonna
I will do it. I know. I will do it.
that's our cardio right there, is trying to explain things to family.
Yeah.
But well, so tell us, if you're not in America, or if you're not traveling, or close to Tamara, where you can go see her. Go
Online.
online and, well, tell us about the book, The Power of Rituals, and the little things you can do each
Yeah.
day. Because again, we've got a diversified audience of all ages, but I think our young humans are super open to the daily practices. I started a morning routine about 2 years ago, and it's stuck like gold. And I firmly believe in all these things. But hit us with your rituals.
Okay, so my rituals are a bit strange, but I will tell you the rituals that normally everybody loves, and it has a big impact, and it takes you about 2 minutes, which
Okay.
is good. I like things with small doses of time and big impacts in the life. So normally the ritual that I love the most, which I use every day too, is the word of the day,
Okay.
which is really important, and I do it in my bed. Okay, so you go to when you wake up, you're in your bed, hopefully, and then when you're waking up, you wake up. Before you go up and do the things, you just breathe for a bit, like 1, 2, 3 times. You just focus on the word of the day. Normally the word, it's not one word, it's an idea, it's a feeling that you want to be, or want to feel, during the whole day. It can be today, if you have a big day with a lot of emotions, I want to be steady, I want to feel centered, I want to feel strong, I don't want to, it's just like an idea that your brain has to follow. The brain is really good at that moment when you wake up, because it's still a bit numb. So you can give it ideas and it will stuck. If
Oh, okay.
it's a bit, yeah, it's really important. You have to be like, when you wake up, like, may a little bit dizzy, then you give it ideas, like you put it ideas, and then normally it will work really, really, really good, because your subconscious, it's more open in that area. When you wake up, your conscience stays with your brain, and you cannot do much. When you're in that state, you can just put it ideas, and the word of the day or the feeling of the day is really important. So you can get focused, you can get a lot of energy, you can get, I have to be strong, so I have to be assertive, I have to be whatever, I need to feel this, I want to feel, and you do it and it works. It's power.
I love
Because
it.
it's your brain, you just put your brain to
Yeah.
work, and
Yeah.
it's like 1 minute and you breathe in, and you just focus. It's not like a faith thing, it's just like an idea, you just give it an order, like you're ordering something, like it's going to happen. You order your brain, today you're going to feel this, then you repeat, today you're going to feel this, the whole day you're going to feel this, and then normally it will go really, really good. And then you tell me when when you try it, but you have to be busy just to give it
Okay.
the thought.
I like it.
This is really important. So yeah, me too, and it works perfect.
What
And
was
then
your word today? Not to
my word
interrupt you.
today.
Yeah. Or your
Oh,
feeling.
today is my feeling today. I hate to fly.
Okay.
And so today I fly every other week, but I hate to
Oh,
fly. And my word
wow.
of the day is to be really, really strong and not to have anxiety.
Okay.
And it works perfect,
Okay.
actually. It was a beautiful weather today, so I don't know if I cheated a bit because it was
You put it into
beautiful.
universe. Yeah.
I put it in the universe, but it was perfect. No, normally in the days that I fly, I focus on the flight.
Okay.
So normally it's normally always the same words. So, but
Acceptable.
it was good. It was good. But normally my words are words of focus and center, and to be able to listen. This is normally the thing that I say to because when I have a big days, and I'm say, may I be able to listen to all of the words that my patients are saying, to be thoughtful and to be focused and to be there and to be present and just to be there listening, because listen is really important in the appointment, because the people's I'm not in their bodies, so
Right.
I have to be really really listening toward,
Yeah.
because they are explaining to me the disease, they are explaining to me all of the things that's happening, and I just have to be a detective just to understand everything they're saying. So normally that's a word that's one that I use a lot of times, just to put my mind in that place, and not to be distracted by other stupid things that happen.
Yeah.
And the other ritual that I love, it's a ritual that I always do with my patients in the lunchtime, or tell them to do, which is the 3 things ritual. It's when you stop at lunch, when you finish your lunch, if you're working or not. It's your sit, you breathe 7, 8 times. You have to breathe like 30 seconds just to be centered for a bit. And then you ask, how is my heart today? And normally it has to, yeah. How is my mind today? How is my body feeling today? And you have to have a word for each. And if you're not finding it, you have to breathe again, and then you have to understand. Normally your heart has an emotion, your brain has a thought, and your body has an ache or a relax or something like this. And it's just a connection, just to understand how is your mind, how is your brain, how is your mind, how is your body, and how is your heart in terms of your big connection to yourself. Because normally we have 12 hours and we don't think of ourselves at any time. So this connection is really important, and is grounding you a lot, and lowers anxiety and lowers cortisol and lowers everything that is this movement of the daily basis and the daily routine, and just put yourself in conscience of yourself, which is really important.
I love
And I
that.
love this too. Me too.
Yeah, yeah. Are these all like original rituals you came up with, or did you have mentors
Yeah.
along the way where
No,
you
no,
picked?
no, 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 no.
Okay.
These ones I make. No,
Okay.
it was suffering, man. It was suffering.
I believe it.
Yeah. A lot
Yeah.
of anxiety in my mind.
Yeah. Well, it kind of, I don't know how big you are into like energy or universe or things, I'm sure that you are, but it's kind of funny. I always think like we are who we're supposed to be at a young age. I always say like 0 years old. So of course you were sick and it was like putting you on path very early. Do you find like
Thank
when you
God.
then got still, like then the rituals, everything just kind of came through and it was just clear?
Completely. Normally I come through when I'm writing, something goes through and I was like, oh, well, all right. I just accept it, just
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I go there. If you want me to go there, all right, let's go. Let's do it. I just accept it. Normally, yeah. Things
Yeah.
come through and I just, yeah. And I
Yes.
feel my body. I think this is has to do with connection
Yeah.
also. So
Absolutely.
I think the connection, your body tells you in a way what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to connect to them. And normally we are used to look at the symptoms as something wrong, which actually is something wrong, but it's also a way of your body expressing and connecting to yourself and saying, well, something is unbalanced. Please look at this. It's not just something wrong. It's something that you have to look at it and pay attention and be empathetic and look at it and give it space, So
Yeah.
it's a way to communicate.
Yes.
So
I
this
will.
is really important.
I've done so many things from neurofeedback, brain stuff to brain mapping to medicine and turmeric and tequila, everything in between. We've tried it all. Thankfully, through
Turmeric
between
and tequila is perfect.
that it's the balance because you can't be all on one side of everything. But
No, of
it's
course.
yeah, it's been so cool to like, but the thing is, of all the research, everything I've done, I've had incredible humans like you in my world that I've been so privileged to
Thank
have
you.
access to. But then it kind of comes back to, and this is what my smartest humans say, all answers are within. If you're listening and you're connected, like it took me forever to believe it. It's still kind of a process, but is that something you
Rituals,
talk about?
rituals.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally,
Okay.
your body, that's why I was telling you that I will always have to listen to my patients. They're normally telling me the problem and the
Yeah.
solution. They are
Okay.
normally telling me the problem and the solution if I just
Interesting.
listen.
Yes. I
Of
love it.
course, they're not telling me the herbs and everything, but they are telling me the problem and the solution. They are telling me what to do, what they
Yeah.
need,
Yeah.
because I know what they need. They are in the bodies. I'm just a spectator. A spectator. I just have to listen and be there, present, and to put my knowledge to the test and to them. Because they're telling me what they are, what's wrong, when it's wrong, how it's wrong. They're telling me everything.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
normally
amazing.
people know what's wrong with them. They're in the bodies.
Right. Right.
This it's not you.
Right.
You just have to be quiet. Just listen. Doctors talk a lot.
Yeah, they do. They do. And I really wish they had more of your
Jesus
perspective.
Christ.
They need to do the
No, for me,
podcast and just skip the practice.
no, they need to shut the hell up, just
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen.
Well,
It's the opposite. The person should talk, you should be taking notes.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I
That's
think
the
a lot of people,
the
they
thing.
just want to be heard too. Like, I think that even opens the door, being like lowers the resistance when they feel heard. And I mean, I can apply this to podcasting. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but if you just listen and they feel heard, then that changes the whole setting.
They change because when people are talking, they are also, in a way, they are healing,
Yeah.
because the body and the mind, when you're talking, you're acknowledging it. So
Yeah.
the body says, oh, you already seen the symptom. Oh, cool, I can relax. And the mind goes, oh, you seen, okay, you're in depression, cool, now I can relax. So
Yeah.
when you acknowledge, when you talk and you acknowledge, and you just, when the AA meetings, you say, I'm an alcoholic,
Yeah.
this is the same. When you acknowledge something, you're on a path of the healing. So this is really important. And this is a process of healing. So of course you need to talk. You need to feel heard, because feeling heard is the same of the AA meetings. You always remember this. When you acknowledge the thing loses. It's like a balloon that you pop. It
Yeah.
loses and your mind stops building up stupidity. It's just, okay, this is this. And I'm telling to the doctor, and I'm having feedback. So the big drama, it's like a small drama now.
Yeah.
So this helps
Yeah.
the patient, helps the disease, helps the brain, and helps the body, because you just acknowledge it.
Right.
So
Right.
it's really important.
That is hard. Well, so if there is somebody, whether it's alcoholism or IBS or behavioral disorders, what do you think is like a good step one to like acknowledging, obviously, but even if they're before that, they're just kind of knowing they're uncomfortable and something's wrong and they don't know which way to go.
List of the symptoms.
Make a
Normally,
list of
I tell to my patient, list of the symptoms, list of the habits.
Okay. Ooh.
List of the symptoms next to the list of the habits. Ooh,
Okay. So,
yeah.
so give us an example.
Okay, so sleeping hours. Which time do I lay down? Which time do I wake up? Do I sleep the whole night? Do I wake up to pee? What do I do in my night? Do I sleep a lot? Do I sleep well? Do I sleep whatever? Do I wake up tired? Do I wake up with energy? What's happening? Bowel. Do my bowels move every day? Yes, no. Why? What happens? Everything explained. And then what do I eat in a day? Everything explained. Water, everything explained. Exercise, everything explained. My hair, my nails, my vision, my mouth. Am I feeling dryness? No. My skin is okay. It's not okay. Am I feeling bloated? Am I okay or not? If I'm a woman, my menses, pain, no pain. Pain is never normal, never in the human body. Okay, so this is really important to say. So my menstruation comes perfect, doesn't, what's happened to the blood, which kind of color is the blood, and you have to see everything within yourself, your habits, your normal habits, your habits of your body, not only your habits in your mind, your body movements. And then you see all of your symptoms. And then you look at it. And normally you will find something yourself. You don't need a doctor for that. Normally you will find something and say, maybe I should change something. Something is not right. Normally you just adjust. And then when you reach a level, then you cannot adjust, you go to the doctor. A good doctor.
Yeah. And it's okay to go to different doctors if one is not. Again, you can try a bunch. You're not obligated in any capacity.
It's a service, and then it's an opinion, man. Find the one that fits you. It's really important because you have to fit your doctor. I have patients for 16 years old. Patients who have been with me since forever, and it's like a friendship relationship. You have to be able to tell him everything. And it's a relationship that's really strong, and it's really important to have a good doctor. It's really important for you, and it's important. I have 2 doctors, my doctors that I love, and it's really important because you have to feel safe at some point, and you have to be able to talk to your doctor, to talk even to disagree. A lot of times it's okay. I disagree a lot with my patients. We struggle, and then we laugh, and then we struggle a bit, and then we laugh, and they bring things to the appointments. I read because this is good for this. Why can't I do this? And then and I tell them, and it's cool. It's a conversation. They are paying for my opinion, not from an ideology.
Yeah.
They have to be able to talk and to have a conversation, and it's okay.
Yeah. Well, and that
it's
feel
cool.
the power. Like if you check in with your body and then you feel that power, I think that leads to the responsibility factor, which is the game changer.
Yeah, because the health is for the people. It's the people's health. And if they're saying me, well, this is not working for me, it's my job to fix it and to understand what's wrong, but it's their job to tell me. Right. It's their job to be connected and to tell me, something is not right. Even if they're not sure what, it's their thing to be connected and to tell me in advance, not to tell me when everything is fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, but again, that's so hard to get that early on. That's why I love to hear our young kiddos are seeing you and seeking out people like you, because the trajectory is so different. And then
it's not when it's so fucked up, man. If you see one symptom is wrong, you go and you said, it's wrong. My menses are hurting. I'm not sleeping well. Oh, but it's okay. Not sleep well. No, it's not okay, man. You should sleep. What? No, you should sleep. You should go to the toilet every day to poop. You should sleep 8 to 9 hours a day, good sleep. And you should be able to control your thoughts and be okay with that. If these 3 things are not happening, something is wrong.
Absolutely.
And if it hurts anything, you have to go to the doctor. Don't take a pill, man. If it's hurting, is your body is telling you something is wrong. Right. It's not, I need ibuprofen. No, it's something is wrong.
Well, that's when I leaned into turmeric, although sometimes I have to go stronger.
Or tequila. I will tequila.
Depends on the day, but we try and keep them pretty balanced. But some days, man, I just have to go for the Advil. But of course, I already know I'm overtraining. I know what the things I'm doing wrong, but it's hard to keep that process.
Your conscience, it's okay. I always tell my patients, it's okay. You're gonna get drunk, go get drunk, but be conscious.
You're right.
Oh, then I have 4 days of diarrhea.
Well, what do you think?
Good diarrhea. You know that diarrhea. It's not a disease. It's just diarrhea from alcohol. Okay, so be cool. Don't call me.
Right. You have no time. Well, I'm curious. I have 2 trackers on right now, the Whoop and the Fitbit, and I wore an Oura ring. Do you like any of those by chance?
But normally I don't use it because it stresses me a bit. Because it keeps telling me things and keeps telling me what to do, and I'm a rebel, so I just I will do what I want to do. So
yes, I love it. I did it to get back into training, and because 42, I was ramping back up, and I was just curious on the data. But I'm like you, I actually don't like all the intel. Like I'm pretty like in tune, and I know
Yeah.
what's when. Like I don't need something confirming. But been interesting to see how people work it and how my relationship with it has even been. So I don't
Yeah.
know if I recommend it, but I think they're good to compare. I don't think anyone's good by itself. But anyways, I also think it can be psychosomatic if you see like, oh, you didn't get enough sleep. I saw it, but I actually felt okay. That I don't like the intel that is potentially misleading, even though my bio signs are saying so. So I don't know. I just think it's an interesting thing.
You know, the things that I say to my patients is how you feeling in the morning.
Yeah.
2 moments you have to see. 2 hours after you wake up, and then 10 hours after you wake up. How are you feeling?
Okay.
I'm feeling okay. Then you're sleeping okay.
Oh,
Without
okay.
coffee. Okay. Coffee doesn't count. Coffee is drugs.
Coffee is caffeine
Yeah.
is drugs.
Coffee is drugs. Tequila is better. No, I'm
Yeah,
joking.
I actually, well, I do think it is, but again, we'll leave
It
the
is.
medical
Me too.
advice to you.
Actually, no, it's caffeine is terrible, and people they drink like in the US. Oh my God,
Oh yeah, well,
my
it's
patients there, Jesus Christ.
business and marketing and dollars, and
No, no,
it's
no. I just said to them, no, you have to, you don't, you cannot have coffee. No, I will die. I said, no, you're not going to die. I can assure you, you're not going. No, I cannot work. I cannot work
yeah,
without coffee. And then, of course, they can work and they have actually more energy.
yeah.
But they said to me, no, I cannot. I cannot. No, you're not understanding. And I said, yes, I'm understanding. But you have to leave the coffee. I cannot live without coffee. I will not eat anything, but I have to drink. Well, it's like 1 hour discussion because of coffee in the US. Like
I
in,
believe it. Well, we're so
it's like just 4 coffees. And I said, no,
just four. Oh
no,
my
not
gosh.
just 4. I said, just 4? What? Are you crazy? You're
No,
crazy, man.
the wrong
Well,
rituals. Those are the wrong
they're
rituals.
wrong. Yeah, bad habits.
Yeah, that is that.
Write
I
a book
believe
like
it.
the power of wrong ritual.
Yeah. Well, I think what, and again, this I've seen this with my own family. I know that if I can get them excited about one thing, like if I can just do it, I've seen with the bad habits how hard they stick. Then I know if I can just get the good ones in there, that they will stick. But getting to that
Oh,
process is
so
hard.
difficult.
Yeah, yeah. When do you think is a good time for people to get your book? Do you think it's good for all ages or people right on the cusp of
All
wanting
ages.
change?
I think it's really important because the book has a small test that you can do to see which kind of biotype you are, and you can do this since you're 12. So, and then you can see which foods are better for you and which kind of rituals are better for you, and it's gives you a heads up which line you can go, which is easier
I
in a
love it.
way.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
me
have
too.
so many more questions for you because I could totally geek out on
Yeah.
all the science because there's so many things to go. But I'm genuinely so excited that you are as young as you are, and we have our young people seeking you out because again, I think that just changes our trajectory and mental health and unity as a
Totally.
world in so many things. Is there one piece of advice or a good quote or something you want to leave us with?
Yeah, sleep 9 hours a day.
Okay.
Don't drink caffeine,
Ever? No green
and
tea?
ever
Oh, okay.
don't drink
Interesting.
caffeine. Well, if you want a bit of matcha, it's okay,
Okay.
but caffeine you can leave it out. You have a lot of substitute like cocoa, like a lot of things like maca root, a lot of good things that you can. Today we have a big world, so we have a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then maybe the last thing is don't eat dairy. And I think
Okay.
it's that.
I did cut that out God a while ago just because it's so inflammatory for me. I'll eat it here and there.
For
But for the
you
most
and
part,
for everybody.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's amazing. All
terrible.
right. And where do we find you? Hit us with handles, websites, where we can get this
So
book.
my website, maybe what I will send you, and then you tell me it's Tâmara/Castelo.com, and then Instagram Tâmara__ Castelo, and you will find
Boom.
me.
We'll of course
That's
post it all, but sometimes people are
yeah,
listening in the car or whatever.
yeah.
But I love what you're
It's
doing.
my name.
Yeah,
Just
Tamara, we'll find you one way. I really hope we
yeah.
cross paths in real life at some point. If you ever happen to be in
So come to
Colorado,
Lisbon.
what
Lisbon is so
or if I ever
beautiful.
get down to Lipson, I would genuinely love to. And I'd love to see your clinic. I really do geek out on all
It's
this human
beautiful.
optimization stuff. It sounds amazing. What I could see online, it is actually
Yeah,
pretty
it is.
amazing.
I love it. It is amazing. And now I'm building a house in a farm,
Oh,
and the patients will be able to sleep there
no way.
for
Okay.
cure. Yeah, yeah. for
Oh, that's
cures, like
amazing.
3 or 4 days. Yeah,
Are you
it
gonna like
will be
grow stuff
amazing.
and have animals and things?
Yeah, and I will go grow patients too. I'm just joking. I will help
We're on a whole
patients.
other level. Okay.
Yeah, no, that to get a bit of detoxification from all of the web and all of the things with Wi-Fi and everything, and it will be cool. I
Yes.
think they will love it. And
Okay.
from food and from drinks and from everything.
Yes. That has been a long
It
time
will
goal to
be
have
cool.
some land and make my own. I had chickens at one point,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of in the city. So anyways,
I
just
will go. I will go, and I have to have chickens.
yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome.
They're super
Yeah,
fun
I
and
love chickens.
yeah, it's a
Chickens
whole
I will
thing.
have. Rabbits I will have for my kids.
Goats?
Goats. I don't know goats, but sheep I will have. I love
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I find them amazing. So yeah,
Oh
I
my
will
God,
have
they're
sheep.
so hilarious.
Yeah,
We'll
and
definitely keep in
donkeys.
touch. And
2
donkeys. Oh,
donkeys.
okay.
I love donkeys. In Portugal, they are in extinction, so we have
Oh.
to have donkeys. Yeah,
And you have to have at least
important.
2, right?
Yeah, 2 of course.
They're a
Otherwise,
pack.
it's
Okay. Okay.
yeah, they're a pack. Yeah,
I
always
love all
2.
these rules.
Yeah,
It should be kind of like humans too, but
yeah.
well,
Good.
keep up the good fight. I hope I know you're
Thank
good
you.
about
You too.
self-care, but I hope you keep your own self fueled up because you're doing so much. But I really appreciate the time and energy, and I hope we do a connect in person at some point.
Yes, let's come. Let's come to Lisbon.
Yes, it's on it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Thank you for joining Turmeric and Tequila with your host, Kristen Olson. Tune in next time, and don't forget to subscribe on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.